Millions of people around the world suffer gastritis on a daily basis without knowing that the answer to their cure lies in what they eat. Pain, discomfort, bloating, and vomiting can all go away with a proper diet. What to eat and what not to eat is the secret behind a good gastritis treatment. So in today's video, I'm going to reveal what foods to avoid, what foods to eat, and what supplements you should take to treat gastritis naturally and effectively. Hey guys, Dr. Gus here, naturopath, acupuncturist, conventional doctor, and founder of drlandivar.com. And this channel is a conventional doctor treating my patients through natural medicine before recurring to the use of pharmaceutical drugs. So if you're new to my channel, consider subscribing and press that bell down below to receive notifications and be the first one to watch the new video. If you need to line an appointment or quality supplements for your disease, visit drlandivar.com. And I encourage you to stay till the end of this video, where I'm going to reveal extra tips and video links related to this topic. Gastritis is the inflammation of the stomach lining. It can have different symptoms depending on the type of person and severity of your condition. Like for example, pain, nausea, vomiting, hiccups, loss of appetite, indigestion, and if things get worse, black tarry stools. If you have any of these symptoms or you've been clinically diagnosed with gastritis, this treatment is for you. But before we dive into this treatment plan, it's important to consider the risk factors for gastritis. Let's not forget that doing a treatment involves eliminating risk factors and having a good treatment plan. Some risk factors include smoking, eating a poor diet, alcohol consumption, being overweight, nutrient deficiencies, having Helicobacter pylori, which is a bacteria that is commonly found in our stomach, and eating the wrong foods that trigger your gastritis. So in today's video, I'm going to reveal what foods you should avoid, what foods you should eat, and what supplement you should take to treat your gastritis naturally and effectively. This treatment consists in three very important parts: foods you should be eating, foods you should be avoiding, and the supplements you can take to treat gastritis. So I encourage you to watch this video till the end because each part is dependent on the next. Part 1, foods you should be eating regularly. Number 1, foods high in fiber. Fiber is one of the most important ingredients in a healthy diet. The benefits of high fiber diets are many, and healing gastritis is one of them. Luckily, good sources of dietary fiber aren't very hard to find. Some of these best foods can be, for example, fruits. That can include apples, grapes, mangoes, avocados, berries of all sorts, except bananas. Vegetables are also a good source of fiber and a very important ingredient in the healing process. You can eat vegetables like carrots, beets, broccoli, celery, and all sorts of leafy green plants. Number 2, good quality protein. When I say good quality protein, I'm talking about that lean protein that comes from an organic source. It can be beef, and if it's beef, you should try to consume grass-fed beef. If it's chicken, organic eggs, etc. You see, if your meats are coming from a source where they're constantly being bombarded with antibiotics, medications, some of those residues never leave the animal's body and are going to affect your system and ultimately, in the long run, cause gastritis. So be careful. Number 3, whole grains. Grains are an important part of our diets, but they should always be organic, whole grains, instead of using common processed white grains that are stripped away from important ingredients. So try to consume whole rice, quinoa, oatmeal, all very important grains. The only grain I don't suggest you consume, at least for gastritis, is wheat. Wheat is one of the worst foods you can consume if you have gastritis. Having said that, let's talk a little bit about the foods you should be avoiding. Part 2, foods to avoid. This part of the treatment plan is extremely important for anyone who's suffering gastritis, so pay close attention to all the foods I'm about to mention and that might be triggering your illness. Number 1, coffee. Many people with gastritis drink a lot of coffee, and they drink coffee every day and don't realize that it can worsen their symptoms. Coffee, normally doesn't cause gastritis, but can really make it harder to treat. And it doesn't really matter if coffee is decaf or not, it can still trigger pain. Coffee is an acidic food by nature and might increase the feelings of burning. And you might ask, if I can't have coffee, then what can I have instead? Several studies show that regular green tea and chamomile consumption is associated with a 40% less risk of gastritis because both of these herbs have anti-inflammatory properties. So any of these two is okay. Number 2, grains and wheat. I've seen countless times my patients suffer from gastritis and see it go away after taking my advice in letting wheat go. Gluten-containing foods sometimes are to blame when it comes to gastritis, so give it a try and eliminate your intake of wheats and any foods with gluten on a daily basis. Number 3, milk and other dairy products. Back in the day, doctors used to tell gastritis and ulcer patients to drink milk as part of their treatment to help block the effect of acids and the production of acids in the stomach. But nowadays, it's known to be one of the triggers, and milk and dairy products stimulate the release of acid production and can make obviously gastritis symptoms even worse. So I suggest you test yourself and try to see the reaction of dairy products on your body and start using the elimination diet to discover the triggers that are causing your gastritis. Number 4, spicy foods. Irritation, obviously in the body, causes a reaction. It's that simple. Spicy or hot foods don't cause gastritis or ulcers, but the body's reaction to this irritation can really worsen symptoms and increase acid production. So stay away from hot peppers, chili, cayenne pepper, red or black pepper, curry. All these hot sauces are very important. Number 5, citrus fruits, citrus juices, and tomatoes. Citrus fruits like oranges, lemons, limes, grapefruit, and vegetables like tomatoes are all high in acids that are normally be beneficial for the body, especially if you want to do an alkaline diet. However, people with ulcers or gastritis should stay away from these foods because research is suggesting that citrus fruits and vegetables that can release and trigger pain-causing neurotransmitters like tomatoes in people with stomach inflammation should be eliminating these foods to calm that gastritis. Number 6, common allergens and alcohol. Try to avoid refined processed foods and alcohol. And in these were included white breads, pastas, products with added sugar, food colorings, refined vegetable oils, factory farmed meats, trans fats, fried foods, all of these. These can all trigger food allergies, raising inflammation in the gut, slowing the healing process, and making you sensible to an infection. Part 3, supplements. Supplements are very important in overall health. Our body needs several vitamins, minerals, and herbs to function properly, and it's important that you know a little bit about them. So number 1, mastic gum. Mastic gum is a unique resin that comes from a tree grown in the Mediterranean. It's been used for centuries to improve digestion, oral health, and even liver health. This resin contains antioxidants that have therapeutic effects and properties and aid in many aspects of stomach health. For example, it's been known to treat ulcers and combat Helicobacter pylori, which in many cases causes gastritis and can be very specific for this use. Studies have also shown that mastic gum can be beneficial to take in people suffering from inflammatory bowel disease and may even promote liver health. So remember, mastic gum. Number 2, licorice root. Today, licorice root is recognized as an effective remedy for digestive inflammations and is broadly recommended by the scientific world now to treat gastritis and ulcers. Licorice is a plant and its roots possess several properties that are precious in medicine. It's an anti-ulcer supplement, has anti-toxic, anti-inflammatory, and anti-allergenic properties. So remember, licorice root. If you need a formula that contains all the natural components for gastritis treatment, or any other disease for that matter, check drlandivar.com. Help out the channel by giving this video a thumbs up and sharing it with your friends and family. And if you have any questions, leave your comments down below and I'll be happy to assist you. If you need quality supplements for your disease or an online appointment, visit drlandivar.com. And I suggest you check out these other videos related to this topic. You're going to find valuable information that might prevent a serious health condition in the future. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon.